you about safety straps and other ways where you can, I guess, protect yourself at your home gym and power racks. So I've got a couple clients who, have pretty wide grip on their squat and don't have the best shoulder mobility. So when we look at squatting with safeties, when I'm out here, if I have to dump it, it would be okay, but maybe we can take a lesson learned from a monolift and we might be able to set that up a little bit safer. So you don't need much, but make sure what equipment you're getting is definitely quality. This is just, probably 6-foot toe strap, nothing special. You can put a hook on the end. Ones that I've built before are just with chain, and I'm just gonna tie chain into the other one, maybe grab another quick connect like these so you can adjust it. Another nice thing you can do with these at home is adjust some reverse band heights. If I'm doing reverse band bench and I have the band tied off of here at the top, it may be taking too much off. And maybe I only have one safety, so I can't really perform it safely. If I have some chain, I can adjust height to where that band starts at. But again, mostly we're talking about safety with this. If you do so as well, make sure you buy quality hardware. High test chain. Don't skimp on it and buy some cheap chain from Home Depot. Grab the biggest stuff that's definitely the high test. If you're using it for your safety, we would definitely want you to be safe and use higher quality stuff. The other thing I would recommend is testing it one time, right? I don't recommend dropping your bar off your shoulder for fun and trying to create your own buffalo bar. It's not really a good idea for longevity of your barbells. However, I've tested some that I sewed by hand with an industrial sewing machine that I used to have, and I just loaded up the bar for 24 hours with like 800 pounds and let it sit on them and gave it a couple wiggles on there, right? Just to make sure everything was tight and stayed. So every power rack is gonna look different, just like we're gonna show you here. But essentially all I'm gonna do is throw my chain over between two pull-up bars, loop it on, and I'm good to go. I can adjust these as need be for my squat. The nice thing about this is, more so than these big holes on some power racks, I can adjust up and down literally by, the inch. And then I can make sure it's a good height if I had to dump it. These also work great for bench, right? I can lay down, I can set up that bench height so this sits, slightly above my stomach, or slightly below my stomach, excuse me. And then if I got stuck, I could push it out onto my belly and climb out from underneath it. Not that these don't work well, it's just another good option, mostly for squats. Not the best option for pin squats, but you can set that height and rest into here as you would in a pin squat if you don't have good safeties in your power rack at home, or if you're a wide squatter. It's a little looser, so it wiggles a little bit more than a regular pin squat, but it's definitely something you can utilize as a substitute while you're training safely at home. Let's look at another power rack. Ghost rack. If you're going to buy a rack for your house, this is definitely the one I would suggest, just because it's a beautiful rack. However, you can see, interestingly enough, we don't really have anywhere we can go over on this one, unless I went from here all the way over, and then I'm going to need a lot more chain. It will work that way, right? But just to show a couple different setups. So in here, obviously this isn't going to do much for me. I could order an extra bar from my manufacturer, most likely of all power racks, an extra pull-up bar, and put it out anywhere out here in the middle. And then I can go off of this piece and this bar, so it's gonna give me another anchor point, like so, to hang from. Worst case scenario, and I did this with a mono rack that I had, it would look like so. Worst case scenario, I'm gonna take some extra chain and some bolts about the same size as what's going into your rack. They should fit through this chain. I'm essentially gonna bolt it on here and here, and that's gonna give me the same bar as my pull-up to throw safety straps over. So test your equipment. Obviously, don't drop a bar on it, but test it. Don't buy cheap stuff and you should be fine. Let's look at a monolift real quick. This is just a good refresher for you, whether you're ever been in a monolift with safety straps or using these first time at your house. Make sure whenever you do not reach through the safety strap. If I got stuck and I had to dump the bar, That's going to be on my arm. So the nice thing with safety straps is they can adjust in or out. You can do whatever you'd like. For most wide grip squatters, they're going to need straps in, like so. And then pay attention to this hand. It's not in the way. Basic rule, straps all the way out or in pretty close. Don't ever reach through the strap. Hopefully this helps you add some variations to your home power rack for benching off pins, pausing, pin squats, things like that. But if nothing else, gives you a chance, if you're a wide stance squatter, to squat a little heavier, a little safer at home with your power rack until you can return to the gym.